Everybody's talking about I don't wanna think. Roll your boat gently down the street. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. Yes, if today is your first time stopping by, you're mostly welcome. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell. This will enable you to get notified each time I upload any of my videos, just like this one. So also to my old subscribers, you're welcome back to my channel. Yes, you've already seen the title. We are going to make Nigerian meat pie. I want to bake Nigerian meat pie. Today is all about baking. It's not about cooking. It's not about making hair, but about baking. That's why I have my roller here. So guys, come along with me and I'll show you the ingredients I'm going to use in making this Nigerian meat pie. Let's just dive right into roll your boat gently down the street. Merrily, 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 life is for the tree. Come along, guys. You're welcome back. So I have here my 500 grams minced meat. It's been grounded already, and I'm going to use one chopped onions. So I have chopped my onions. I have my granite oil in a fry pan. So I have my onion chopped and diced and poured right into the granite oil, and I'm adding just half cube of Maggi cube, just half of it. So I'm going to melt that and make sure everything is melted in with the granite oil. So I have added my minced meat or beef. So I'm adding just a little bit of salt, and I'm going to fry for 10 minutes. Yes, so I have here 2 carrots. So I'm going to cut them in smaller pieces. Yes. You can see how brown the meat is. Now I'm going to add my sliced carrots. Yeah, so I'm going to mix that together and wait for some time. So here I have my 3 potato. You can use 2, you can use 4 as you like, but I like using 3 potato. So right now I'm checking on it, and mind you guys, I'm frying on a low heat. You don't want to get that burnt, right? So here I have my flour here. I have just a little. I use this measurements. So I'm going to mix my flour right away to add it to what I'm frying already. So I'm adding that little water. Okay, so my adding flour to my meat, it's because I want it to get binded together, like to bind the meat pie when filling. Yeah, when you want to fill it, you have to make sure everything comes together. You don't want that pieces like that. So that's why I'm adding that. You can see. So now I've really done what I could here, but I'm not cooking for too long. I'm not frying for too long. So right now we have to set aside. So here guys, you can see the finished look of the minced meat, carrots, potatoes. You can see, so we're going to keep that aside and let's start making the dough. So guys, I have here my yeast, and also look at the yeast very well. You can see it's written Trockenbachhefe. That is dry baking yeast. It's written in German language. Trockenbachhefe. So I'll be using 2 eggs for the flour, and also I'll be using the other one for the coating of the dough. So here I'm using 1 kilo of flour. I love this flour. It's a quality one. It's written qualitate. Yeah. So now I have here my salt to taste, and I have 1 spoon of this little yellow spoon. I use it in measuring what I want to use. So now I'm going to be using this butter, and it's meant for baking. You can see it's written backen. Backen means bacon in Deutschland, and I'm having 1 kg there, but I'm not going to use all. I'm just going to use just a smaller portion, like 350 grams that I'm going to use. So guys, here are all the ingredients that I'll be working with. And let's not forget, I have this beautiful plastic here for mixture. You can use this machine to dip it inside the hole. Let me show you the hole. Yeah, you dip it inside and you blend. But I'm going to use it for mixing my dough. So let's get started now. So I'm going to pour in my flour. Yes, I'm going to pour in my flour to start mixing my dough, guys. So later on, I went ahead and had my baking powder. It's brown in color. You can see that. And very dry one at that. So I'm going to add that into it. I'm using everything. So I normally use 1 baking powder sachet for 1 flour. That's how I use mine. So here I'm adding my butter for baking, specially meant for baking. So I'm adding that into it. So I'm using about 350 grams thereabout to mix this flour. Not much, just a little. You can use more than that. You can use 400, you can use 500, depends. So now let's start to mix. So I'm mixing to get a kind of crumbs. So I have gotten some crumbs inside. You can see that. So here I'm adding my salt to taste. You might add your salt to taste when you are putting the flour and the baking powder, but I just like to do mine this way. If you like, you can change it, but this is the perfect way for me. So now guys, I have my 2 eggs poured inside my flour. So I continue mixing that, and I'm getting some crumbs. But we really don't need crumbs. We need the dough. So I continue mixing. You need to mix very, very well until you get the right dough. So you can see that it's not well the way I wanted it to be. So now I'm adding a lukewarm water. Those particles you're saying, it's flour that flew inside the water. Yeah, guys, we finished making our dough. You can see how beautiful that is. So right away, we are going to set the dough aside. So here I'm using a nylon to cover it. So I'm going to set aside for 10 minutes. So here is the quantity I used from the baking butter. So let's leave the dough aside. So I have my 1 egg. I've whisked that aside. I'm going to set that aside. And we're going to use this baking paper. I don't want to use margarine to rub my tray. So all I used was this baking paper. I love it. It doesn't stick at all. It's the best that I always use. So here I'm going to set my oven to 150 centigrade. Okay, we have to leave that and preheat. So now I have my dough after 10 minutes. It's now to start to cut my dough in pieces. You can see how that is. So let's start. So here I have to mix and mix, like kind of, you have to like roll and I'm going to cut that. So here I'm using my pizza cutter to cut this. I love using this instead of me using knife. I prefer using this pizza cutter to cut. So I cut all this and I roll it to make it like a ball. You know, you can see that in the plastic. So I'm setting that one side. So guys, here is my minced meats. So I'm going to be using that right away. So guys, I'm showing you how. If you want to get a kind of good circle shape, you have to make it like a ball. So when you roll, it comes out round like that. But sometimes it might be too round. So all you need to do is, okay guys, I'll show you what I do later. When the circle is too big, what you are to do. You can see that the pizza cutter serves a lot. I made use of this pizza cutter twice. I used this first to cut my dough into how many pieces. Then I'll show you the next thing I use it for. You can see that? This is the next thing I use it for. I don't want to make use of my pot cover. It doesn't give me what I want. So I made use of this pizza cutter to cut round. You can see how useful this pizza cutter is. So that is what I did. So I'm going to use that to cut. So here guys, I have finished rolling everything. So now ready to coat. So I'm coating this with my brush, the egg we set aside. So I'm using it to coat on top of it. Why? Because we want this meat pie to be in brown color. Not too brown, but kind of light brown. That's what I'm coating. Now we are going to bake for 45 minutes. Guys, don't forget that I have set my oven to 150 centigrade, baking for 45 minutes. If you want to bake for 40 minutes, you have to increase 180 if you want. So now this is after 45 minutes. You can see how beautiful that is. I made it into two tray. That's what I did here. So I have already set my timer, my alarm. I've set it. So the one down is not okay because I have calculated it. So I baked for 45 minutes on 150 centigrade. That is what I did. You can see how beautiful and brown that is. I turned this meat pie over so you guys can see how it's very hot. Anyway, so I'm showing you guys to see how the down part of it is like kind of light brown. So here is the meat pie. Oh my god, it's very hot. So here are all the meat pie that I have in one flour. Yes, I have about 14 of them. This one is, I have 8 here, then I have 6 here. So I baked this one separately, then I finished rolling, then I baked this one also. So here are all what I have. So right now I'm going to taste this one. Tastes yummy. So guys, we have come to the end of the video. I hope you learned something special. If you do, why not give this video a huge thumbs up and leave me a comment down in the section below. Okay guys, and please don't forget to share this video. You love this video, don't keep it to yourself, just share. Okay guys, so here is the meat pie. Oh my god, you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that clearly. my lightning is somehow.
Yes, guys, I hope you can see it perfectly here. Did you see that color? Have you liked this video yet? You need to like this video, guys. All I need to do is just to store it inside my fridge. So, guys, thanks for watching.
Bye.